This is Lynsay Mahon from Cloud9 Stampers, and today I wanted to show you a technique that I came up with to use with our woodcut embellishments. That's this guy on the front of the card here. I was finding that I wasn't really using my woodcuts, and when I really thought about it, it was because they come in the natural form, and I wasn't really loving that they didn't coordinate. I'm kind of matchy-matchy about my projects, so then I had the idea that I could stain the wood to be able to create an embellishment that would coordinate well with the cardstock. So let me show you how I did that. This woodcut is from one of our Project Life accessory kits, probably one of the best values in the catalog, because it comes with all sorts of goodies like woodcuts and sequins and even a stamp set actually. I've taken my ink pad and I've just squished it together to be able to make a palette, and then I'm using my aqua painter and saturating the tip to be able to paint that color right onto this flower. This flower is really handy because it's got that outline and it's grooved, so it's easy to sort of color within the lines. So I'm just going to go all the way around the flower with my pink flamingo. No, flirty flamingo. I always call it pink flamingo. It's the biologist in me, I guess, coming out. Okay, so once you've got the pink in, then just brush off the tip of your watercolor until it's clean, and then we're going to switch colors. So now we're going to use Old Olive, probably my favorite green, and again just making that palette in the lid, picking up the color, and now we're working inside the cut to be able to stain the leaves green. So we're just going to let the water absorb right into that wood to make the leaves green. So once you have it all colored, if you look back to my original, you'll see that I have a black outline. And the way that I did that was I took a fine tip Sharpie and I just drew around the outside to make it stand out. So this takes a little bit of patience to kind of go all the way around. I won't make you watch the whole thing, but you can kind of get the idea of what I did here. And the Sharpie stays really well. It doesn't bleed into the wood or anything, so that you get that final outlined look. Cool, right? So then I had an idea, well, could I use Stampin' Up's watercolor pencils to be able to have the same effect? So when I tried to color on a piece of wood, it didn't work very well. It actually just left the marks, and it saturates too much in the wood to be able to have the water spread it. But I'll show you how I did get the watercolor to dye it. I'll just bring out in an outline piece I have left over from another project. What I did is I just scribbled right onto the paper and used my aqua painter to make it into a paint, and then I just painted right on top of it so that it dyed the wood. And you can let it air dry, or you can use a heat tool to speed it up. You'll kind of smell the wood in there because heat tools get really hot, but it does speed it up if you're impatient like me and want to get on to the next step of your project. So you can see here that the wood is dyeing just using that paint that I created with the watercolor pencils. So there you have it, 2 ways that you can dye your woodcut